The last time the Australian cross kart saw proper wheel-to-wheel racing was on gravel last September. But now we're back. Back in Kyneton, back to wheel-to-wheel racing, back for 2026. This is round one of the Australian Cross Karts Championship, hosted at Rollinson Reserve by TORC Off-Road Racing Club, sanctioned by AASA and supported by Ballarat Supertilt.
We're back in Kyneton, Victoria for round one. As you can see, we got CK1 practice on behind us. We are ready and raring to go. This year's going to be epic.
It's a fresh season with fresh faces, fresh karts and fresh stories. The paddock is full of variety with Yakar, LaBase and Speed Car all featuring karts on the grid. And with Ballarat Supertilt backing the opener, all the ingredients for a cracking first round are here. There was a bit of Melbourne about the conditions for the day too. One moment the sun was shining, the next drivers were being coated in mud from the wet track.
People, all the players at home that are watching, yes, I am scratching the paint off my helmet.
The conditions, crews and crowds made for a proper season opener. After the drivers' briefing and track walk, the CK1 crews got out there for qualifying, and it didn't take long before things got real. The youngest Windus competing this weekend, Arron, came out swinging in qualifying, putting down a 56.556 to take pole position in CK1 by over half a second. Darren Windus slotted into second, Justin Dowel was third and Corey Dowel fourth, 2 seconds behind Arron and 1.3 seconds behind Father Justin. But one of the big stories here was Justin Dowel making his cross-kart debut, and he was straight into the mix from the outset.
Obviously Darren, Arron, Corey, everyone's had a season up on me, so I'm going to be playing catch up, but I'm pretty happy with my pace so far. So hopefully I'll get quicker as the day goes on, but I think everybody's going to, so anyway, we'll see how we go.
If qualifying gave us the script, Heat 1 ignored it. On debut, Justin Dowell surprised the field and himself, setting the pace by 2/10 over the 5-lap race over Arron Windus, with Darren Windus third and Corey Dowell fourth, 15 seconds adrift. There were stories aplenty in CK2 as well. After finishing outside the top 3 in last year's championship, Patrick Malanaphy had a point to prove, and prove it he did, claiming the top spot in qualifying by 1.1 seconds, ahead of 2025 round 1 winner Joe Cooney, and 2025 championship runner-up Matt Healy.
Yeah, that's right. We've got to turn that one around. So I'll get a first place trophy and I'll throw all the other ones in the bin.
Behind them, there were 2 more stories worth keeping an eye on. Russell Pilvin was making his first cross-kart start, bringing plenty of experience from rallying and classic circuit racing.
Yeah, well, look, been watching the series for a few years. It's a really going forward as a series, and I just love the thrill of it, the fastness, the action. This kart was from Dylan McKee, the importer of the karts. He really educated me in what was going on with these things, and I thought, what the heck, I'll have a shot at it. So here I am, and so far having a lot of fun.
While Paul Basto was making his first appearance in his newly purchased Suzuki. At 80 years of age and still match fit, Paul goes to show that age is no limit. Heat 1 set the tone pretty quickly in CK2. Patrick Malanaphy converted pole from quali into a landslide win with a 6.6 second gap over Matt Healy over the 5-lap race. Joe Cooney enjoyed a close battle with Matt, ultimately trailing by just over a second, while Russ Pilvin and Paul Batson rounded out the field.
Timesheets are on the way right over now, and I think, fingers crossed, I think the boys have said that I got first in class, so that means that 5 extra points towards the day, so we're off to a good start.
After a quick lunch break, CK1 crews headed out to what would become an incredibly high attrition Heat 2, which changed the complexion of the day. Barely 100 metres into Heat 2, Arron ran wide avoiding Justin, hitting the barrier, causing a red flag. After the stricken Windus kart was taken off the track, the race was resumed. Darren and Justin were duking it out, displaying some quality driving and hard racing. Unfortunately though, Darren ended up wide at turn 1, sending his kart into the corner of the tyre bundle and barrier. This saw a red flag and subsequent cancellation of Heat 2. Both Arron and Darren were okay, but their karts weren't quite so lucky. By the time Darren's kart was taken into the pits and CK2 had their second heat of the day, incredibly, the speed car team, headed by former ARC class winner Will Orders, had managed to repair Arron's kart and get him amongst it for Heat 3.
Pretty much everything on the right hand side, hub, drive shafts, arms, rose joints, steering, brakes, pretty much everything. Yeah, no, boys did a good job, plenty of practice.
Dowel took top honours again from Arron Windus, who was straight back on it. Corey Dowel placed third. The guys in CK2 had far less issues than CK1. Patrick made it 2 from 2, claiming the win over Joe Cooney by 6.9 seconds. Healy was third with his best lap time 1.1 seconds off Patrick's best lap. Russ Pilvin led Paul Bastow for 4th. The story was largely the same for Heat 3, with Patrick leading the pack, but Matt and Joe swapping positions once again. This time Healy took second by just 0.3 of a second. One of the big talking points around this weekend was the shake-up of the tyre situation. Goldspeed have been chosen as the exclusive control tyre for all but one round of this year's championship due to their performance, cost and availability. These tyres are used in the FIA European Crosscar Championship, so have been extensively tested. Competitors get one fresh set of tyres each event and must run Goldspeed's yellow compound, which is their medium compound designed for the best balance of grip and longevity. For the first 2 rounds, competitors are allowed to use any of their existing stock of Goldspeed Blues, which is the soft compound, or Goldspeed Reds, which are the super soft compounds. Getting back into the action, Heat 4 in CK1 followed a pretty similar pattern to Heat 3. Justin cleaned up again, leading the heat from Arron, with Corey in third and Darren remaining out due to his kart damage. And in Heat 5, Arron hit back. He took the win over Justin by a massive 3.3 seconds, with Corey third but finishing a lot closer than previous heats. For a first round, it was pretty wild stuff. Here's how it looked overall at the end of the day. Heat 4 in CK2 saw Patrick keep his clean sweep alive. Joe Cooney got second, Matt Healy was third, but only by 0.2 of a second. Russ Pilvin was fourth, and Paul Bastow was a DNS. In the end, nobody had enough pace to dethrone Patrick, who claimed his 5th race win in Heat 5.
5 from 5, say no more. First in qualifying, 5 races, 5 wins. What about it? What about it, huh? Number 1. This guy is nervous. He's shitting himself.
What a f***head.
Well, 5 from 5. We'll come in the CK1 round 2. Arron shitting himself. The speed car boys absolutely shitting themselves. Can't wait. Stay tuned. It's going to be absolute mayhem.
Joe came home second, trailing Patrick by half a second while setting the fastest lap of the race, showing his pace was absolutely there. Matt Healy finished third, but not without drama. He lost his muffler and throttle control during the race, which made the end of his day a whole lot harder than it should have been.
Yeah, it was looking like a good day at one point there. Me and Joe were having a good old tussle, swapping spots each race, but had a few throttle cable issues there before that last one, and sticky throttles and muffler falling off, but I got the race finished and the day done, and we'll move on to round 2.
What made this round cool wasn't just the battles and winners, it was the amount of new cross-kart talent. Russ Pilvin got his first taste of the Australian Cross-Kart Championship after years in gravel rallying and circuit racing. Paul Bastow rolled out for his first event at 80 years old, and Justin Dowel won on his debut.
Sorry.
So that's it. Round 1 done and dusted. What an absolute awesome day of racing. wheel-to-wheel, fast-flowing circuit. Thanks to the TORC guys for making it, prepping it, making it absolutely perfect for us. Few mishaps throughout the day from some of the guys, but other than that, huge success. We can't wait for round 2.